It's a lot. Alright, here we go. Click, click, click is me putting you into the phone holder, y'all. And here we go. After this fellow on my left gets out the way. And when you hear that little kind of a whistling sound, that was me releasing the air brakes. So, after an intense conversation about life in one particular point of view, mine, I really don't have a problem with special interest groups. I just have a problem when they want to be treated the things they ask for, and they want better than the rest of them. And you got the same opportunities as everybody else. If that ain't good enough for you, I don't know what is. And that's the problem. Nothing is. And the folks that give in to special interest groups don't understand that in doing so, all that does is give them the motivation to keep wanting more. We need to stop labeling people, whether it be slang, hateful words, or a gay guy, you know, that gay guy. What does it matter whether or not he's gay? If he in fact knows he's a guy, because nowadays we got all that crap going on. Why can't you just be a human being, male or female, that man over there, that woman over there? No matter what color they are, no matter what their sexual preference is, don't matter if they live right or wrong, that's not for us to say. If you think about it, none of us live right.
After 1/4 mile, turn left, Interstate 55 northbound, towards Memphis. Then, take the freeway.
I'm not going to preach. I've decided one thing I will not talk about on this channel is state fire marshal. I was like, man, that's a weird looking DOT truck. Okay, it's state fire marshal. We don't mind seeing him.
Turn left. Take the freeway.
What's next? We're gonna start picking people out who eat garlic. I like garlic. That dude over there eats garlic. Him, not just that other one. The one next to him. Yeah, that one. The one that eats garlic.
Follow Interstate 55 northbound, towards Horn Lake, for 42 miles.
What does it matter what someone's personal preferences are when you're trying to describe them? That guy with glasses, fine. That guy with dark skin, that white dude over there, that black dude over there, you know, that's fine. But why does it have to be, well, that gay guy, that fat dude? What's his weight got to do with it? That's the only thing you can find to describe him? That white dude over there, the big man, not near as offensive. Got to scrub them bugs off my windshield. I apologize, y'all. Seems like anymore the only way to for refer to people in discussions is to compartmentalize them. What? The government trying to keep track of everybody ain't enough, and we gotta do it to ourselves too? Don't even get me started on the government. I briefly grazed upon that subject the last time around. All I can do to keep them going up there full throttle. Why is it when, and I'll use getting cut off in traffic because that's something that happens to me quite frequently in every given day. Now I don't know how, let's say, or Mexican folks or Asian folks, I don't know how they would do this. If they come home, that someone cut them off in traffic, I don't know if they would say, well, there was this white guy cut me off in traffic today. I'm not sure how that is. But I know a lot of white folks, including my family that raised me. My family. And would say, well, this Asian guy, or they use a slang word to describe that, or they would just say a Jew, which I know a lot of people don't find the word Jew offensive, but the word Jew is slang for Jewish. And there are some old Orthodox Jews that do find the word Jew, when referring to them as a single person, they do find that offensive. Instead of saying that Jew over there, why not say that Jewish guy? And again, what does the religion got to do with it? Of course, if he's old Orthodox, what would you say? The guy with the funny hat and cute little curls in his hair? And I'm not trying to be any, that's, when you try to pick somebody out of a crowd, you try to find some kind of characteristic that stands out from everybody else around them. Look at all them rocks coming out the back of that cement truck. Yeah, we want to back off here. I didn't pass him, but with all the traffic coming up behind me, all I can do is keep on accelerating until I get close enough to pass him. Well, everyone's kind of holding back. But sure enough, though, when I try to get over here in the left lane, they'll all want to pass me on the right before I can get up to him and then flip me off, whatever else. Brand new windshield in this truck. I don't like getting behind trucks that got rocks jumping out of the back. Cement trucks and dump trucks are the worst. Now I think a lot of that we don't even know we're doing it sometimes when we start referring to people. Like I said, pick a guy out of the crowd. Hey, take this here, hand it to that dude. Which one? There's 5 guys over there. The gay dude. Yeah, that one. What, the way he's dressed? Which, okay, granted, there are some people gay people who, their mannerisms and the way they dress might actually scream their preference. There's some that you'd never know it to look at. Why does that have to be the design? Here's one, the guy in the red shirt. Or the guy in the pink shirt, or whatever. There are all kinds of ways to bring people up in discussion without actually having to be negative about it. Not that pointing a guy out like that is negative, but why does his preference have to be part of the description of who he is? Because that's not who he is, that's what he is. Or what he chooses to be, however you want to say it. But, and don't even get me started on that. Well, it's not his choice if it doesn't know. I disagree. point out somebody by the color of their skin, because let's say everybody, you're trying to point out one particular guy and they're all in blue shirts. The one in the blue shirt, well, the one in blue jeans, that's still in that's all. So you see those two black guys over there? The one on the right, that's the one I want you to give that to. Or see that there's a black guy and a Mexican guy up on the one side? Give it to that black guy over there, or the white guy on the far left, or however you want to do it. You know, as a means of pointing somebody out, because there's too much similarity between everybody there, even though there's somewhat different color of skin, because they're all in the same uniform. There's too much similarity to be able to use their shirt color, for example, to point one of them out. Now, yeah, you got guys pushing 7 feet tall. You don't have to point out skin color. Hey, that one guy stands head and shoulders above the rest. Yeah, big tall dude over there. Hand this to him. Tell him come see me in my office. But I think with all the derogatory names, that's taught to us. Taught to us by our parents, taught to us in school, taught to us by society, taught to us in the movies and the very music we listen to sometimes. So I've chosen to just take certain words completely out of my vocabulary. But back to driving, and somebody cut me off in traffic. Y'all pay attention. Nobody's here right now, but anybody listens to this later, pay attention when I'm going to ask you a question at the end of this. I'm going to tell you a very short story in a sentence or two, and then I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to think really hard on the answer. Come home from work the other day, complaining to my wife about the drive home. She said, how was your day? Well, it was pretty good till I got off work. I got over there at Kennedy Avenue, over there by 33rd Street. I'm waiting to make my left turn. And just as the light turns yellow, it's my turn to go. Everyone else has stopped. Some guy comes from my right, makes a left turn, cuts me off, and speeds on down the road. Doesn't even look at me and wave a hand like, hey, sorry, nothing. Man, if I could, I'd just reached out and slapped him upside the head. Now, here's the question. What color is the man? Probably a couple of y'all said, oh man, I missed that part. Rewound this to go listen. You can't do that live, but you can once it's posted as a video. What color is the man? Anybody who did rewind it to hear, listen to the story all over again, well, dude, you never said. Sure I did. I most certainly did. I told y'all what color that man was. The answer? He's white. Now you're all going back. Listen, no, I listened to it. Hey, I never heard you say that. But I never said he was black, Hispanic, Mexican, Oriental, you know, whatever words we want to use to describe anybody other than our own kind. He's white. Or at least, if I was the average Joe coming home telling that to my wife. For me, you have no idea. You can never assume, because I don't talk like that in conversation anymore. I used to. I was just like everybody else. I used to use words like, that gay guy. Or, this black dude cut me off in traffic, or some Mexican chick cut me off in traffic, or some Asian dude cut me off in traffic. Yep, sure did. Why does that matter? Why does that have to be part of the story? Because suddenly it's not about being cut off in traffic, it's about the ethnicity of the person who did it. Nowadays we're taught we have to use the word gender instead of the word sex, whatever. So I will include that. This dude or this chick or this woman or whatever. The color of their skin? Nah. The way they're dressed, if it screams their obvious personal preferences? Nah, not necessary. What, like only, let's say it was a gay guy to cut me off. Doesn't matter, white, black, or otherwise. Why does that have to be part of the conversation? What, only gay men drive that way? No. Keep score as far as how many black people cut me off today, how many white people cut me off, how many Mexican people cut me off. Half the time, I really honestly, on a bright sunny day, with all these cars with tinted glass anymore, you really can't even tell. Of course, at night, you can't tell at all. Learn this as children, because we learn more by listening than we ever learn by being taught. You can teach your kid 9 ways of Sunday, the evils of smoking and how it's wrong to smoke and yada yada yada, but if you smoke, that kid's going to think, regardless what you teach them, that smoking's okay. Because your conduct overrides what you're teaching verbally. And as the old saying goes, the eye is a better teacher than the ear. I have a hard time with R's sometimes, always have. We see in your conduct as children as we grow, what we see in our parents, that's what we adopt. Same way of thinking. Mom and dad's conversation, we listen to all that. And regardless of what they teach us, it's what they say when they're not trying to teach us that we pay attention to most. I love my father to death. I miss him every day. Dad would teach me how you're not supposed to hate people, this, that, and the other. And I don't think Dad was prejudiced as much as if it was some black person he didn't know, then he had less concern for him than the ones that he worked with. Then the N-word would start flying. Not as bad as that fellow I was talking about in the previous stream, but bad enough. Now, I don't like using it just as a word to be describing what someone had said. To quote what was said. Dad teach you how you're not supposed to hate people. Then someone cut him off in traffic. Oh, man. I honestly, as a child, thought road rage was part of normal driving. Oh my God. I'm Irish. Dad was full-blood Irish. He came from Ireland in 1943, so vulgarity kind of came natural to him. Dad called that guy everything in the book. Do everything in the short or invite the dude to get out of his car. I learned apparently you're not supposed to hate people unless it's while you're driving. Yeah, it's not what we try to teach our kids, that they remember, that they adhere to. In fact, it's just natural. They tend to reject what we try to teach them. It's the things we're not trying to teach them that they pay attention to. The things we're not trying to teach them that they adopt into their own beliefs and mannerisms and lifestyle. I'm like everybody else. I would love to see racial equality in this country. Hell, and on the planet, never mind just the country, the whole planet. But I'm a realist. I don't believe it'll ever happen. Ever. Ever. Not this lifetime. No. Not my lifetime, not for generations to come. No. It'll never happen. The reason why I believe that is because all anybody can seem to think of is we'll make rules and we'll pass laws and we'll control. Nope, you can't control. Remember prohibition? The government tried that and they still try it to this day. It never works. Controlling the people, trying to control the people, to force them to toe the line, never works. People, in fact, will reject that because nobody likes being told what to do. Each and every one of us would ever decide, okay, so here's the deal. I'm not just going to tell my kid how to act. I'm going to show him. In everything I say and do, I'm going to show my kid the way to treat people in society. Fat people, skinny people, people with spiky hair, people with all kinds of jewelry sticking out of their face. I don't care much for it, but hey, there's still people, no matter what they do to alter and literally destroy their appearance. I don't even know, but why? But anyway, to each his own. Underneath all that is still a person, still a human being, regardless of the color of their skin, regardless of their sexual preference. Regardless of how manly she dresses, or regardless of how feminine he dresses. And I'm not talking about transgender, I'm just talking about there's men who dress a little more feminine than others, and there's women who dress a little more macho than others. You already know the more hateful words for those, so I don't need to remind you of them. Until we just, of our own minds, make the choice to go through society every day, not just when our kids are around, but even when they're not, so we don't ever lose practice of it. that even when we're around other people's kids, they never hear us saying such things. And then, after a couple generations of children seeing their parents living as an example of what they're trying to teach their kids, then those children will start embracing that way of life, and then one day, it'll still be long after I die, one day then this world with no racial equality. But until then, it'll never happen. Not that the trucker in front of me has no clue what he's doing. If the SUV in front of him can't make their mind up what speed they're going to drive, here he comes again. And the problem is the truck in front of me, just like me, is probably governed right about as fast as he's going. All we want to do is keep it at a steady speed and get on down the road. It's all we want to do. You'll have people who aren't paying attention to their driving or won't bother to set their cruise. Set the cruise control, man, and ease on down the road. We do. Then you don't have to worry about being so involved in a conversation that you're not paying attention to your speed. The engine will pay attention to speed for you. A lot of times you see that kind of thing going on because the person driving the car is texting. But in that case it wasn't. That guy, I'm not sure if he was in conversation with whoever that passenger is or if he was just not paying attention. I don't know. Speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. Trailer right there. Rain Dog. Peculiar name. Brand spanking new trailer. That trailer ain't even a year old yet. Gets me now is you'll have people like that little SUV back there is poking along. You finally get around them, like that fella, that Rain Dog fella did there. Get yourself going on down the road. It won't be 5-10 minutes, and here they come. They'll pass you like you're not even moving. It won't be another 2 miles down the road, and here they are in front of you slowing down again. I have no clue why. But it's real common, I can tell you that. driving trucks a long time, long time. I have driven every section of interstate in this country, except for coming, is it Phoenix or Tucson? I forget which one's the farthest to the east. Anyway, whichever one's closer to the west, that section of I-8 between San Diego and I believe it's Phoenix is closest to the west. For all intents and purposes, we'll say it is. That section of Interstate 8 right there, that's the only section of interstate in this country I've never driven. I've driven I-40 coast to coast, not, you know, pick up a load at one end of the country and deliver it all the way to the other. I've never done that. But I've at one time or another been every mile in both directions of I-40 more times than I can count. I-40, I-10, I-20, I-30, I-70, I-80, I-90, and 94. What's going on there, but it looked very serious. I'm too busy driving to do any rubbernecking. Most people are too busy rubbernecking to do any driving. Everybody just keep their eyes forward, mind what's going on in front of them instead of what's going on the other side of the road. Or sometimes on this side of the road, like that truck on fire back there on the bridge. Previous stream. Whatever's going on over there, it don't involve me, so I just keep my eyes forward. We'd all do that to be a lot less traffic jams in this country. There'd be a lot less accidents. Up here past this I-69 junction, 69 to 69 would be the Nesbitt Way station. Get across that, I'm home free. Station 1 mile. There is a way to get around it, but it's a little time consuming. my ducks in a row, so I've got no need to worry about it. Of course, if they decide to pull you around back for an inspection, that's time consuming too. Mississippi. Orlando and Nesbitt. Never understood why they make bobtail trucks come in the way. The guy up in front, the one that's in front of me, the one that's in front of the one that's in front of me. Most guys are, especially like that guy there, he's got a day cab. A day cab is a truck that has no sleeper berth on it. Which means, oh, they're making him pull around back. What's up with that? Which means he more than likely goes home every day. And if he goes home every day, he probably doesn't even have a logbook. Well, they'll have one, but he just drives a straight 16-hour shift. Oh, yeah. The DOT man's out there. They're going to do an inspection on him. Because bobtail trucks, an inspection is easy. Alright, I never did put the red light up. It just keeps on saying, oh, green light says exit. Keep on going. Oh, there was a horse trotting along the driveway over here, a small little, I don't know, farm, whatever you want to call it, homestead, over at my right. Shelby was looking at that horse like, what a big dog. Oh, she kills me sometimes. Get taken around back for what we truckers call a rectal exam. I'd rather have been him than me. It's a fairly new bobtail tractor. It should be pretty painless. Take a little bit of time out of his day, that's about it. People who drive locally, they don't go more than I think it's 150 miles radius of their home terminal. They're allowed 16 hours a day instead of, like me, I'm only allowed 14 hours to get my work done. They're allowed 16 hours a day, and I don't think there's any stipulation of how much of it can be driven. I could be wrong, I don't know. Just saying, I just flat don't know. But I do know they get 16 hours instead of the 14 that I get. And all they have to do that, you know, especially if you're in the inner city like New York or Chicago or a big city like that, you got a small, what we call a bob truck, or, you know, straight truck, single axle truck with a box on the back of a cab.
After 2 miles, take the exit right, Highway 302, toward Horn Lake.
And you're making stop after stop after stop, sometimes a block away from each other. All these different office buildings and stuff. And so it'd be almost impossible to draw out, especially in the days of paper logs. It's almost impossible to draw out every single stop and start you make. On duty driving, on duty not driving, etc., etc., etc. So all they have to do is come down from being off duty or sleeper berth and show on duty not driving. And whether they're driving or not, all day long, they're just on duty. But I can't, like, say I'm an over-the-road driver, so if, I'm going to drive locally today. Nope. I'm still bound by the same 14-hour clock. And I still have to show all my
After
starts and
1/2
stops.
mile, take the exit right, 289, Highway 302, toward Horn Lake. Then, turn left. Take the exit right, 289, then, turn left. After 1/4 mile, turn left, Highway 302, towards Horn Lake. Turn left.
Ugh. What a day. The place I love, Dock Place, is right over my left shoulder over here, the other side of the interstate. I'd imagine that's probably where they're going to bring me next. Ha! What red light? Goofball. He stopped, but he was beyond the white line. But he was still far enough back he wasn't anybody's way. He decided, oh heck with it, I got places to go. Oh, people amaze me. Oh, here's the funny part. Cop sitting right here probably didn't even see it. Oh, I said Southaven police. It's Southaven, the direction we're going. On the other side of that red light was Horn Lake, which is Horn Lake south of the interstate here, or south of the highway here too. North of the highway is Southaven. So he's sitting up there waiting for someone to come speeding along the interstate. He can jump on the interstate and get him because he's shooting him in the back radar, like Jesse James. Oh, yes. You gotta laugh at it. If you don't, you take everything too serious. And next thing you know, anything and everything in this world will upset you and have you all angry all the time. That's not to say I don't get angry. There are situations in life that really get my dander up. Ruffle my feathers, whatever you want to say. There are for certain situations.
After 1/4 mile, turn right, US 51, Highway 51 North.
Highway 51. I've traveled US 45 north and south from one end of the country to the other. I've never traveled US 51. Stay on 51 north there and take you straight into Memphis, Tennessee. I don't know what they call it on this side of the state line, but on the other side it is Elvis Presley Boulevard. Goes right past Graceland. I've lived in Memphis and worked in Memphis both for quite some time, and have never been to Graceland. Have no desire to go. I like some of Elvis's music. I like all of his movies. Just don't feel like standing in line to wait to board a bus to go across there and get a tour of a dead guy's house. Took me a little longer to get my coloring book in shape than I thought it would. Therefore, I never did go inside that Love's to get anything to eat. I'm still hungry. I'm hungry. Continue north on 51 past Graceland. And somewhere up there, it becomes Danny Thomas Boulevard. All the way through the downtown area. Of course, that goes right past St. Jude Hospital. I've been wanting to one of these weekends where I'm not going to be able to get home. I get in sometimes on the weekend, but it won't be till like late Saturday or something. Or I'll get in sometime Saturday morning before noon, but I have to leave out Sunday morning to get where I need to be for Monday. So what's the sense of going home if we time to turn around and come back when I get there? So I've been wanting to kind of take a tour of the city, specifically to find what some people might call graffiti art. To me, there's a time that it is graffiti and a time that it ain't. Sometimes it's just art. There are a lot of good pieces of art, wall art, building art, whatever you want to call it, graffiti art. There is a lot of good artwork all around the city of Memphis. Then get in the van, drive around town.
After 1/4 mile, turn left, State Line Road West.
Park it in one place, walk around a little while, see what there is to see, come back, go park it somewhere else, do the same thing all over again. A cool looking old Ford panel truck. I don't even know what that pink thing is. It's radical though. Now it looks like I go way over beyond the line. Trust me, I'm very familiar with the dimensions of this vehicle. I am just behind it. Remember now, y'all sit about 7 feet in the air. So it's a whole different perspective looking down the hood of this thing. Like a lot of times you'll see this truck going down a 2-lane road. It looks like I'm driving on the shoulder. It looks like I'm driving in the oncoming traffic lane. Of course, as soon as a big truck comes the other direction, you'll be like, oh, I guess he wasn't. Just perspective, because the camera lens is so small and the truck is so big. Maybe it's real close size. Yeah, that's all it is. Tell me to make a left up here and then go down the road a piece. It doesn't usually tell me it that way.
After 1/4 mile, turn left, Stanton Road, then turn left.
I've been here before. I'm thinking this is the entrance right here. Don't quite stare as sharp as that white truck used to.
You have reached your destination, 2374 Globe Cove. It is on your left.
Well, I made it. Didn't run over nobody, nobody run over me. I guess that makes for a good day. Alright. Miss Shelby gets to have her window open. She's happy. Figure out where I need to check in at. Get this stuff off and on to the next one. I'm not sure why this car is sitting right here in front of me. We'll figure that out in a minute. First things first. Time to go to work. Y'all have a real good day. Those of y'all who watch this later, yes, I am a little on the opinionated side. That doesn't make me right. That doesn't make me wrong. I believe my opinion matters if to anybody else, me. Anyhow, you don't have to agree with it. You don't have to disagree with it. You don't even have to respect my opinion. But you have to allow me to have my opinion. That is the only requirement I ask of y'all visiting here. Thank you so very much. Have a real good day.